Hello everybody, welcome to another amazing video. And one of the great things I get to do is live in sunny South Florida. And there are so many people out here that are growing tropical fruits. And for years I've met many people and become friends with them. One of the people lives right near my house and his name is Leaph. Now, if you're on Facebook or one of the other social media and you're looking for a great tropical fruit tree, you always see Leaf's name in the bottom of the thread, because everyone knows if the best place to get these tropical fruit trees is to people with a lot of experience. And you'll find very few people that have as much experience as he does. And that's what I love about making these videos, is I find people that have so much experience, not just hearsay, but they're literally doing it themselves. And today I'm at Leaf's house, and I'm going to show you some of his things. And the great thing about Leaph is he sells a lot of these trees at the best prices because it's done out of his house. He doesn't have a nursery. He doesn't have a farm. He could do it out of his house so he can keep the prices lower. And the other great thing is he has the experience to know when you buy a tree from him, you know what you're getting. And that's very important, as you know from all my videos. You don't want to go to an unreliable source. You want to go to a reliable source so you know what you're getting. And then 5 years from now, when your tree starts fruiting, there's nothing, you're not surprised. So he has a bunch of various different fruits today. I just want to show you what he has in his yard. It's really cool. And so he has several mulberry trees, and I just tasted some of these mulberries in there. They're just wonderful. One of the most common ones out here is really popular is an everbearing mulberry, and he has one. I just tasted them, and he keeps all his trees trimmed and pruned, and we're going to talk a little about that today. He has bananas. As you see behind me, there's a whole banana wall out there. And Leaph is a proponent of not having banana circles where the bananas are just growing in circles. He's a proponent of banana walls, and he believes they fruit much better that way. And again, his experience, I'm listening to him, and that's what I'm deciding to do at my house. So he has a banana wall, and the banana varieties he has, I had to get puffs from them because they're the best bananas you're going to find. I tasted them, and I'm changing my bananas out that are way too tall with the bananas he has because they're the best tasting ones I had, and they also don't get too tall. So he has some star apples. He has one in the front and he has one back here as well. And we're going to look at that in a few moments. And some of his things are in pots. He has a good amount of things in the ground. It's just such a very impressive property he has here. So he has several sugar apple trees and Atemoyas, and we're right at the perfect time right now where some of them are fruiting. We're going to look one at inside that actually has a fruit on it, but as we can see here, they're starting to get flowers. So that's really cool. He has such a great variety of things here. Now, the interesting thing here, and the really funny thing is, when he first moved here, his yard, he had almost just all dragon fruit in his yard, from what I could see of the pictures. And he had a whole bunch of different varieties of dragon fruit. And now I believe he's down to 3 or 4 of his favorite varieties of those many, many different varieties. And he actually sells the cuttings to those dragon fruit. And why that's important is because there's so many people that are growing dragon fruit and you just don't know what you're getting, the quality of them. He actually had so many that he got rid of and only kept the best of the best. And to be able to get those cuttings is really special. So I'm going to put all of his information below the video and you can check that out. And he has, like I said, all these bananas. He has just some great varieties of bananas. And he's very available on Facebook. He gets back to you like right away. It's really cool. So I get some stuff at local farms and stuff. But the first place I go to is I call up Leaph and I see what he has, what he can get. Because why do I have to go to the farm? He'll go for me, right? And he knows the people. He knows the places. Here's a wonderful miracle berry tree that he has. So and this one's in the pot. He just knows the experience of how to place things and where to place them. So that's really cool. He has a lot of stuff here. I want to make sure I get as much of it as possible. Here's a noni tree. Not one I'd recommend if you don't have a lot of space, but he says his wife likes that one. But that's a noni tree, and I saw one fruit on here. Here it is. There's a fruit. It's not the best. Here, wait, let me show you. I'll do the butterfly there too. Not the best tasting fruit, but it's very medicinal, very healthy. I see moringa tree there. So I love this place. And it's not a big yard. It looks like a big yard, but it's not. And a lot of his videos, he says, use the fence to scale of how how small he keeps his trees. He doesn't make his trees too big. So this is really cool. This is a big leaf papaya, a special papaya tree that he has. And he's really learned how to air layer, and he air layers a lot of his things. So you can see this air layered papaya. So he did this really cool how he's air layering this. Now I've seen people grow papayas from seed because they're so easy to grow from seed. But he's air layering papayas. Wow, that's how good it is. And he's propagating a lot of those. Again, everything I'm showing you in this video, I think he has for sale here. This is really the coolest. He has different types of soursop, guanabana, one of my favorites. I say that a lot, right? But this one is, he has some on the other side of the property. I think this is the same one. It's an all-season soursop, which is crazy to have a soursop that grows in all seasons, winter and summer. And there's some on there right now that are growing. And we'll take a look at the other side and show you some that are growing. So this is cool. You know, for you mango lovers out there, Leaph has so much knowledge about this growing mangoes. So here's one of his mango trees here. And might be the biggest tree he has in the property. It's not really that big, but it's loaded with mangoes. And he knows all about the best sprays and how to fertilize these trees and so on. But here's what I want to show you. This is really cool. So he has these sticks that he put in the ground. This is a great tip for you mango growers. And basically the reason he does that is you see the branch of the mango tree. And over here, he doesn't want the mangoes to get on the floor. He doesn't want these mangoes to touch the floor because that's how it gets a lot of the diseases. So his advice is to create one of these wooden, and it's a thin piece of wood, and just to hold up. It's not a thick piece, just to hold up the banana, the mango branches. So look, all these mangoes would be touching the floor otherwise, and that's how an easy way for the trees to get disease and so on. So here's another one. And this tree, this is the second and third year I've been here. This tree's always loaded. Really amazing. So, and you see here also, what I try to tell people, he knows how to trim these trees. I don't know if you could properly see it on the video, but the whole middle of the tree is empty. It's because he cuts the trees where the tree goes outward, and he leaves the little middle empty so it gets enough airflow. Another thing to help in so you don't get as many diseases. So that's another wonderful thing. Now, one of the fruits that I haven't tasted yet that I'm looking most forward to is abu. And he has several abu trees, and it's not a popular fruit, but it should be because it's here it's amazing. But look at this. His is actually fruiting. And the abu, like the jabakaba, comes out of the bark of the tree or the trunk of the tree. So we're going to see, I'll take you around the other end and show you that. But then this is another tree that I got mine from him. I got several of them from him, and they're in small pots now. But this is, let me get over here, this little jungle. This is a real food forest. But look at this. Look at this here. You can see that. Well, let me come around here. Whoop. If you can see that, there's fruit on there. This tree is looking really great. And it comes out of the bark and also right out of the branch of the tree. You see that? That's about abu. So I definitely recommend that fruit. Again, I got mine. I got several of those. Got them from Leaph, so get them from him. You can get Austin this little food forest. And it's not a big property. That's what's so amazing, what he's doing here. So he has a bunch of Adamoya trees. And I would say, I don't know him a long time, but from what I know him and how much I speak to him, I would say one of his biggest passions, what he loves the most, is Adamoyas. I mean, he gets really excited about Adamoyas. And so he has Adamoyas here, and they literally have fruit on them. So I don't know if you can see that fruit right there. Yeah, let me see my hand. Oh, so let's see. That's good. You see that? They literally have fruit on them. So he has a bunch of different varieties of Adamoyas, and that's really cool. Another thing that he does here, he has a Sapodilla tree here. Another thing he does is He does a lot of grafting for getting this out and selling these. These are Butterscotch Sapodillas. Probably the only place you'll be able to find these. That's really cool, the Butterscotch Sapodillas, and he has a whole bunch of other different types of fruit that he has for sale here. And the special thing about his, he has stuff you can't find anywhere else. I mean, Butterscotch Sapodillas, Abus, these things aren't very common for sale, and if they are, they're not in good shape. So avocados, man, this tree I think has 10 different, maybe even more varieties of avocados. And you can see the difference when you look at all of these different avocados. And it's a smaller size tree, but he just found a way to get, well, he grafted his way. He learned how to do it, and he knows what he's doing. So he has a bunch of avocados on that one tree. So again, he's tasted many of them. He's not selling you something he hasn't tasted. Here's what I was telling you about earlier, his dragon fruit. He has these dragon fruits, and this is really cool and something to learn. He has these cement posts, which is the way the professionals do it at the big dragon fruit farms. And the poles are 5 feet tall, but he doesn't have a crossbar. He just lets them go to the top and fall over. You know, he has this little tiny crossbar, but he doesn't really have a cross. It's just they go up, and when they can't go up anymore, they fall down. And he's got the best dragon fruit from what he's done. I think so. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I see 7. I see 8. I see 8 remaining. Some of them were hidden. I said earlier, I said 3, but 8 out of possibly, I don't know. When he first moved here, he might have had 50 or something. And now he has 8. He saved the best varieties, and I don't know if some of these are the same varieties or not, but if you're looking for dragon fruit cuttings, this is the place you want to contact. And so this is a better example of a all-season soursop, guanabana, all season. How cool is that? How cool is that? So it's not just when you're planning to just plant anything. You want to do it strategically. And this little yard here, I mean, I'm looking at maybe smaller than my yard. And the stuff he's strategically planted is absolutely amazing. And obviously he's learned. I mean, when he started, he was doing mostly dragon fruit when I saw it. Now he has all these other fruits, and it's just really amazing. So this here, check this out. So this is a sugar apple he has here. I'm sorry, an Adamoya he has here. And all the branches that have fruit are growing horizontal, not up. He keeps it trimmed so it doesn't get too big. And he'll explain to you how he does that. All the branches are going sideways, not up, that have fruit on it. And that's what you want when you have fruit trees. That's what you want. You want to have sideways. That's where you get the most fruit lower. But also, he's wise enough to keep them off the floor. He's got so many trees here. I gotta ask him how many trees exactly he has here. He also, I think for a while growing up, he has an expertise in bonsai trees. So the only time I ever seen bonsai tree was from like Karate Kid. But when I first came in, the first thing you notice, he has a whole bunch of beautiful bonsai trees. He even has bonsai fruit trees, which is really cool. But these bonsai trees are beautiful. So let's go around the front here and show you the front. And he'll teach you all this. He has June plums, and he has all these different things. When you come out here, he's not just going to sell you something and you leave. I mean, if he has the time, based on when you come and when you make that meeting, he'll show you around, and he'll give you some good education on what's going on. Alrighty, he also does plants, decorative plants, orchids. He has a ton of orchids and house plants if you're looking for a particular house plant or something like that. So I talk a lot of times when I do videos on big farms, and they don't have certain issues as local small people have, like here. You know, so he has a small yard, so you had to plant more strategically when you're on these small yards. So look at this idea. This is a Pickering tree. One tree that grows kind of slow. It's loaded, as you can see here, with mangoes, because he knows what fertilizer to use and how to prune the trees. So that's really cool. That's a Pickering tree that he has here. This here is a star apple, El Camito, and this is a green one. Again, normally it's a really big tree, but the way that he has the way that he has it, he keeps it at a decent size for his front yard. Now, he used to have it in front here, a Longin and a Leaph tree. Not the best two trees to have for a small property like this, but they grow so big and take so much shade. And instead, he replaced them with these trees here. I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision to get rid of fruiting trees, but strategically he did this, and he got even better situation because he could put more trees. Now this here, I love Jabacaba, and this one here, he has a good amount of them for sale, but this one's in a pot. And I believe this one's a red one. He has every variety you could think of, he'll get you of the Jabacabas. But this one's fruiting. Every time I come here, it seems like it's fruiting. This one is big. You know, sometimes it may take 5 to 7 years to get any fruit off these. And to be able to buy one of these right away that has fruit on it is a great thing. And he has so many varieties of jackfruit and mangoes here for sale in his yard. And again here, he has another giant Jabacaba tree up there. He has all these other different trees. This one is there's some mulberries. Okay, there's so much to see out here. But before I go, I want to show you this tree here. This is a Maria Black tree. It's an avocado tree. The variety is Maria Black, and it's a true dwarf avocado tree. And again, these different varieties, unique varieties of avocados aren't always easy to get. A Maria Black dwarf avocado tree, and he has them. He has a bunch of these for sale. So very cool. He says they taste great, a great variety. And again, take his word for it because he knows. And so that's that. And wow. He has, it looks like pomelos. Looks like pomelos on this tree. So it's not easy for people to grow citrus, but it looks like he's doing a good job with that. And he's come to my house personally and helped me. I live close by, like I said, from making some major mistakes. So I definitely recommend you contact him. He's on Facebook with questions. If you need a tree, come here to get the tree. And his prices are the best because, again, he doesn't have a big nursery, a big farm to take care of. And he just has the experience. So I hope you all learned a lot from this. Put your questions and comments below the video. And I'll put his information below the video as well. Have a great day, everybody, and keep growing.